Okay, I'm with Willie Poching, first team coach. You must be very pleased to be in another Challenge Cup semi-final, Willie.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see the boys happy, and you set out targets over the course of the year, and this was one of them, obviously. And it's nice to see the boys achieve it. It was always a tough one to. It was always going to be a tough performance, a tough game, because when the draw was made, we probably had the toughest tie in the round. So it was nice the boys put the performance in that they did over the weekend.
Were you surprised by the margin of victory?
A little bit surprised. We knew they were going to be tough, and we prepared for how they had been playing before, and they just played a little bit differently to how we thought they would be, and a lot of that credit needed to go to our players and how they forced them into errors and our line speed, because defensively I thought our boys were very, very good. And for the duration, they scored a couple of tries in their match, but I thought the control that they defended with and the calmness, but the collective calmness, I thought they did it all well together, really got us the result that we did.
Do you think the fact that Warrington have tasted Wembley's success 3 times in the last 4 years will give you some advantage going into the semi-final over Hull?
Possibly. They've been in this situation a couple of times now in the last few years, as you say, but it's the cup. You never know what's going to happen on the day. As it was on the weekend, you've got to turn up and perform on the day, because if you don't, you can get turned over, and that's your campaign done. And possibly that's how these guys see it. They're aware of it, but it's more about the performance on the day and getting the win before we get to Hull FC. We've got to try and turn our attention to Hull KR first, because we start to divert our attention from what's important. We make some slip-ups. So our attention is on Hull KR at the moment, and then we'll start to look at the semi-final.
Is it a goal of the club to try and finish top of the league?
Oh, we're still in the hunt. We're still a chance. So whilst ever it's still a chance, we're still ambitious about it.
But it is important. I mean, some people say it doesn't really matter where you finish in the table as long as you get through the playoffs. But to Warrington, is it important to get that league leader shield?
It's important that we try and play well every week, and that'll give us the opportunity to win every week. If we do that, then we're a chance of getting on top. So, it'd be nice to finish the league as top of the table, top of the league. But that'll take care of itself. We've just got to try and focus every single week. It is cliched a little bit, but that's the truth of the matter.
And what's the health of the camp after the semi-final?
Yeah, pretty good for the most part. As people are aware, Ben Harrison made his comeback last week from a long-term injury. We had Chris Bridge come back 3 weeks ago, and he's really starting to find some form. So a couple of long-term injuries are starting to make their way back into the game. But obviously, after a brutal game like that on the weekend, there's going to be some bumps and bruises and some sore bodies, as there are at the moment. And it's about getting them mended up, ice them up, and recovered, and getting them ready to go. And we've still got a fair few days before we go again, but it's about monitoring and taking care of them and getting them ready again.
Ryan Atkins and Richie Myler both missed a game at the weekend. How were they?
Yeah, not too bad. Ryan's going to be out for a little while. He's going to be missing for a few weeks. Richie shouldn't be too far away, but we're very, very fortunate in this group that we've got some quality and depth that can come in and fill the boots of those 2 internationals and perform the way they did on the weekend.
Will it be difficult to keep their minds off the cup semi-final when you go up to Hull KR at the weekend?
No, not really. They're a professional group that know what to do, and everybody will want to be playing in that semi-final. But if you get your opportunity to play this week, you've got to take it. You've got to grab it with both hands, because there's a lot of quality, as I said, and the depth of this group, and somebody else is going to push you through and push you out of the way if you don't. So our focus, as I said, is on Hull KR this week.
A few players have already been announced as leaving the club. Adrian Morley, Gareth Carvell and Mike Cooper going down under. You're in the last year of your contract here as things stand at the moment. Do you know what the future holds for Willie Poching?
We're in some discussions, and we're holding out on things. But I love this place, and I've really enjoyed my time here, and I'd really enjoy if I was here for a little while longer. But we'll try and get through the season and try and sort things out then.
And does it affect mood in the camp at all when it's announced that players are leaving?
not the way it was done. You know, I think the players speak to each other and they inform the group before anything's announced publicly, and they do everything the right way for each other. But everybody goes with the full support of the squad. You know, the guys that are going, they've been here for a little while now, and they've more than done their bit for the success that this club has had. Gareth Carvel has been very, very good. He's won a couple of Challenge Cups. Adrian Morley, he's been the leader of this group for a long time, and Michael Cooper was a junior that came through the academy system, and he's progressed to be a fully fledged Super League player. You know, you can't begrudge the players for moving on and trying to test the waters. In the case of Michael Cooper going to Australia, it's a fantastic opportunity for him. So the guys are really supportive of each other. Whilst they'll leave and they won't be Wolves anymore, this group will always be mates together.
And of course they'll want to go out on a high as well, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. They'll want to go out on a high, and I'm sure the other guys will want to send them out on a high.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Willie.
Cheers, mate.